everyone, this is Ryan with another CubeFit stretch session for you. This one is going to be a very relaxing one, being that for the first half or so of this session we're actually going to be lying down on a mat, or in your case it might be a beach towel or any other soft surface. So regardless of that, you don't really need anything other than maybe a bottle of water and your person. So let's all lie down on our floor and let's get started. Okay, so the first thing I want to clarify is when we do this first exercise, make sure you have a slight pinch in your shoulder blades. So, lying down, very simple, hands out to the side, palms facing up, and have a slight pinch in your shoulder blades. The idea is to open up the chest just a little bit. If you have a very tight chest like I do, especially after a chest workout with some weights, this is very beneficial. If anyone wants a little bit more out of this, you could do this lying to the side of your bed and let one of your arms hang. 3, 2, 1. Next up, we're going to interlace our fingers, and we're going to bring our head up, chin to chest, rounding our back as much as we can. Holding this position, again, rounding the back as much as possible. Act like you're trying to pull your hands as far from your chest as you can. 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Next up, let's have one leg out and grab the bent knee and pull it in to your chest as much as you can. You can do this with your head up or head down, whichever's more comfortable for you. So I'm getting a lot of this stretch in the hamstrings, quite a bit in the glutes as I pull the knee in. And we're going to hold one side each for 30 seconds total. Bringing it down, other leg, and pull in. Make sure you have a good grip. Some people feel it's more comfortable to grab right beneath the knee, like so, and pulling in. You may also get a little more of a stretch that way. But again, it's up to you. Everyone's different. For me, I feel more of a stretch when I hold the outside, the very front here. Okay, next up, let's switch legs again. This time, make sure this foot is on the outside of the opposite knee. I'm going to take one hand and pull the knee down to the floor as much as I can. My free hand, the palm, is on the floor to my side. So I'm going to change my angle a little bit. Here I am. Looks like this. I'm very tight today, so I won't be able to get my knee to the floor. But if you feel like you can without this hand leaving the floor, go for it. And bring it center. Switch legs. Again, bring that foot to the outside of the other knee. Pull it down. And again, that free hand should be to the side, touching the floor the whole time. If you're pulling the knee down and this hand comes up, you're going too far in the stretch. Hold here. You might want to bring the knee up a little bit higher, closer to your hip. And I'm getting a lot of the stretch right here in my glutes. Bring it center. And this time, let's have one ankle on the opposite knee. Grab behind this hamstring and pull it into your chest as much as you can. I'm not doing a whole lot of movement here from beginning to where I need to stop, and that's okay. Now I'm getting more of the sides of my glutes. And we're gonna hold for another 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Switching legs. Again, ankle right to the knee. Grab this hamstring and pull it in as much as you can. Again, I may not be able to do a whole lot from beginning to where I need to stop. If you feel like you can pull it in a little more, go for it. We have another 10 seconds with this side, And then we're going to lie on our side. Doing a little quad stretch. 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Turning to the side. Like to rest one hand right under the head. The other hand will grab the ankle and pull the foot back as much as possible. Should really feel a stretch in the front of the legs, the quads. Trying to get the heel to as close to the glutes as possible. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and turn over to the other side. I'm actually going to flip sides so I can still see the camera. Grab that ankle and pull it back. Getting the heel as close to the glute as you can. If you feel like you can go for more of a stretch, you can bring yourself forward like so. Keep your hips in the same spot, but let your torso come forward a little bit more. And you'll get more of a stretch for your quads that way without having to worry about balance. 3, 2, 1. Very good. All right, going back to lying on our backs. And we're actually going to sit up and slide our hands forward, reaching for the toes. Or in my case right now, the ankles. If you have to stop a little farther back than what I'm demonstrating, that's okay. So long as you keep the knee nice and flat, you should feel a good stretch in the back of your legs. And if you can reach for the toes, whoo, that's a lot for me. Go for it. And very good. Let's turn over so that we're on our knees. Next up, we're doing a cat and cow motion. So make sure the hands are directly under the shoulders. Round the back for a couple of seconds and release. Round your back, squeeze the core, and release. Watch my head. I round the back. I'm looking directly in between my hands. I release. I'm not looking straight ahead, but I'm definitely looking more forward. And, all right, next up is a Superman reach and touch. So I'm working the right arm and the left leg reaching out. And then I want my elbow and knee to touch, if possible, or getting as close together as I can, right underneath my torso. We're going to do this same side for 30 seconds. Down, switching sides, and let's go. Squeezing the glutes as I straighten out the leg. And a slight squeeze in my back as I bring my arm up and forward. You don't have to go at my pace. You can slow it down if you need to. Focus on the form. A little more. And very good. Next up, we're going to go into a child's pose. So make sure that your legs are nice and wide. Focus on the breath. Make sure the arms are nice and straight. You'll get a little bit of a side of your back stretch that way. Go as wide as you can with your knees. Opening up the hips. And let's go into a standing toe touch. Feet together or close together. 15 seconds reaching for your toes, making sure the legs are nice and straight. And for the last 15 seconds of this exercise, I want you to swing while grabbing your elbows. Small swing. Getting different angles of your lower back. 3, 2, 1. Come up. And one more thing before we finish. Hands together. reaching up to the ceiling as much as you can, stretching your arms and stretching your legs. Try to make yourself 6 inches taller. Breathe in through the nose, make your stomach nice and big, and out through the mouth. And 3, 2, 1. Activity completed. And hands down. All right. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that, especially the first half where we got to do some stretches and different exercises while lying down. Something I haven't done in a while and I wanted to get back into for some time. We will have a few more videos similar to this. We are adding a new dumbbell and resistance band training for our YouTube page, so be on the lookout for those while we get some more videos in on those channels, as well as more things for my garage gains, dynamics with Dylan, and the extreme exercises with Eric, and more to come in the near future. So guys, enjoy the rest of your day. Hope to see you soon. Bye everybody.